Mana ada gak ada suara? Ini diem nih. Jadi lo bisu lo. Kampret emang. Tapi emang beneran gak ada suara apa? Ada lah masa bodoh. Pudin. Oh ya headsetku berarti. Biar deh, headsetku emang error.
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Kayaknya nggak usah lagu deh.
Well, what are we waiting
Bebal.
Please, wait
Perasa
a moment.
bebal memang.
Before attending the meeting,
Kenapa?
I hope
Terima
you can
perasa
promise me
bebal
one
memang.
thing.
At least Circlet wangiin dulu deh.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Capek main di rumah. Sulit. Ntar ini di mana sih?
I'm so glad.
Karena lagi ternahi-nahi. Panas nih. Tolong.
Everyone's here so early. But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Kok keren siapa bahasa Indonesia ya? Ganti ya.
Are you sure
Keren.
this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's full.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk.
You're making.
Keren sebagai bahasa Indonesia keren. Cira aku belum latihan battle-nya lagi. Biar dah. Di login nok bodoh.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but
Everyone's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
to be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most... Here, dude.
Candace,
I'm very glad I've said this only when you're safe and plan B. You're welcome. Good luck.
Belajar diri di login. Brengsek. Nah, ini baru mantap.
finish saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it.
Selesai. Nah, mampus ya bisa ngeliat kamu.
I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't we be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a field scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation. And you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Hyman still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is
But Hyman thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's... You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole... the world forget me thing?
In that, to make sure we're still on track,
Ini balik lagi. Soal pakai wifi aja.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also, our plan is... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of...
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I can... We all have our jobs to do after all. Of course. But the advantage... Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species.
This guy. Huh. Paimon still remembers when those...
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? You have a good... Forbidden knowledge has the I think. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus the withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorm. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that...
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole... the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base. Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious!
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to... As I mentioned during the meeting, the Traveler... I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Enggak.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this.
Begitu.
Now, please get ready and put on this device.
Mars.
You want us to record
Sulit
our
memang, Mar.
conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Kok aja pakai HP ku nge-lag loh.
Yes.
Aduh.
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do.
Mati rip
It's
nih.
best if you can do as I say. Because
Wifi
to
ku
achieve
mati
this impossible
rip.
task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
Kenapa a full?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Kebiasaan lo buka notif dan set.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that
okay.
with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for
Tuh
people.
nggak ada Mami sama
I
Udun-Dun.
think he made a number of valid points.
Mereka berdua.
It's my own choice to
Sotin aja lah.
trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I
But
can't
I don't
guarantee
do
that kind
that.
of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Nggak
They
kebayang
have the
dia
right to
kalau
know
ada
important
animenya kayak
things
gini
like
bahasanya.
this.
Now
Keren
you're
kayaknya.
making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew
know
you would
you
say
would
that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Yeah. Committed to memory.
I should be able to get some cheaper spices this time.
Aneh, tidak pakai WASD buat jalan.
Guards!
General Mahamudra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course. Mahamudra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al-Akhmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Kalau ngontak cepet itu lari tentara
Because
balas.
this is work.
Kalau pakai iter lah aneh gak sih ini? You're much more friendly to us. Oh ya, more friendly. More than friend, tak kira.
Because I trust you.
Oh,
Paimon
aja.
can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra. Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
Enggak.
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention, no matter how you look at it. They don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought.
Lofi apa sini?
For
Saya
now, I
UID.
don't think you'll need to
Tapi
worry.
3-3 ya.
If you remember, when you first came to Aru
Sini.
Village, all your
Mau
actions and
direview
routes were
apa?
predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to
Apa yang
those
mau
who kidnapped
direview?
the village
Sini
keepers.
kasih.
But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of
Apa yang mau
Sumeru.
direview?
The
Taruh aja
Academia
UID-nya.
firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles.
Apa tadi yang mau direview?
Decisive
Gak keluar
and
anjir.
principled, you were used to solving
Oh.
problems alone. That's why the Akasha
Dia
could
minggir,
figure
ya
you
udah.
out.
Oke.
But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, so, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is
Is
that
that so?
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Beep! Construct! Beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
Kayak preman brengsek.
In 2 days, we will engage. Any questions about the time or
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Siapa aja online anak? Nek Kojeng, Bang Beno, Andrew, Wahyu. Capek.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert! Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you!
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
Gimana kalian sekarang? Halo, halo.
It's General Mahamatra and his
Halo.
assistants.
Dari tadi diem soalnya baca.
You're
Ada
here
nggak
early.
nih?
It's to show how
Ini
important we think the
ada
operation is.
tidak.
Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to
Hey,
hear your sense
like-
of resolve. Remember, they are our
And only
leads
leads
for
in the
case.
case. If they die, we will
be
be unable
unable to
to
continue
continue
the
the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Emerald siapa anjing?
Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you
Drama,
supposed to be?
drama,
A mantra
drama.
from the Academia?
Halo aman sekarang ya, halo.
I can't believe you
Pion.
came all this way just to
Ya
catch
halo.
us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oke, kalau aman.
Oh.
Panjangin deh
Nobody's
questnya
given
tanya.
me this much time a day since
Ya,
I became a
cuman karena
mercenary.
gabut aja, gabut.
Brothers,
Biasanya di
for
PC
that
sambil
slight,
baca-baca.
let's wash our blades with their
Tapi
blood.
karena ada YouTube,
Let's
ya
show
udahlah
them
live
we
aja lah
Eremites
di
are
HP.
not to be messed with.
Sambil ya chill, sambil baca-baca, sambil rebahan.
Rain outlines your fate.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Wih, nge-lag.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Tidak, aku kira berat ini anunya.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Wow, NPC sekarang bisa gelut ya.
There is no escape.
Solidify.
Iya udah. Alhamdulillah udah.
No, my sword.
This is order.
Mana lagi?
I see everything. Yeah.
Illusion shattered.
Yeah.
Tapi tetap yang gendong nih Shogunnya ini.
Bro.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Ya. Miss, ya udahlah.
It's over.
Alhamdulillah menang red out tapi hard PT. Nah,
We
hidaku.
have subdued them. The operation is now
Mantap.
over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Baca lagi.
You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret
Deadwood.
this!
Pakai Deadwood.
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you!
Mantap.
And
Deadwood
you
jadi Deadwood.
all!
Pakai Deadwood aku.
Oh,
Lah,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir.
aku pakai Deadwood soalnya value-nya hitungannya lebih besar pakai Deadwood.
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance,
Gak tahu sih
Understood.
saran mana damage-nya,
You're
cuman
dismissed.
buat ngurangin resist dendro boleh lah itu Deadwood.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Kalau gilded kayak man reaction kataku, kayak ke Cinonya.
Plan went really.
Yes, things were.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's
Yeah, you're the reason why
Gak
everything
sih, lebih ke arah gildedku aja
It's
nggak
not
ada
the
yang
time to
wangi.
celebrate yet. Go join up with her.
Cuman nggak tahu masih
She
damage
will need
secara
you to
gilded
introduce
atau
her to
Deadwood.
Tainari.
I don't know, belum nyoba.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our
Very
side.
close relationship.
He knows I won't
sus.
make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Anjir, burik gambarnya. Bener loh, kok kurang tapi damage-nya kayaknya. Oh ya, ini yang bikin kurang. Nah, kalau bisa di enhance ini. Hari-hari lupa. Hari-hari lupa pras. Nah, apa-apa pakai ini dulu lah.
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me. Body and mind.
Udah bisa TP, brengsek. Kalau hujan rip nih internetku.
Dia, we're here.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried.
Yeah.
Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Park.
Let's find shelter, or mushrooms will start growing on our heads. He's over there. Let's go say hi.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
Follow me.
Sakit.
This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The Doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Mati rip kayaknya internet gua.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're
Oh,
asking,
oke.
I assume you have something to say.
Delete sendiri sama
Since
Mihoyo
you
ya.
asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to
Oke.
Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a
Katanya harus
patient.
gacha pyro lagi.
As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Ya kalau yang nonton paham lah maksudnya kenapa harus gacha
I
pyro.
can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have
Oh,
my ways
dihilangin
of
tadi
keeping you
logonya
safe during the
ada.
journey. In addition, I can also
Okay.
promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
Aduh kalau divisi smooth itu.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect
Nggak bisa.
sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty, the Tsaritsa, calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Mau lihat data dokter. Sama cuy. Auranya aura tajam itu.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's
I can
He
feel
asked
it.
a question, yet didn't care for my answer.
Perhaps I'm nothing but talking rock in his eyes.
He never came off
Kan.
as malicious, but an utter
Dingin,
lack of
tajam.
compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone,
Langsung ke
I can sense that he's
titik
always looked
tengah
down on
gitu.
others.
Bismillah,
I can barely
playable.
believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details.
Ya, men. Tapi
Frankly
aku sekarang
speaking,
skip.
I don't.
Sorry we can't tell you everything.
Sekarang
We
aku skip.
appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget
Karena
your
aku gajah
kindness.
Nahida dulu. Coba nggak
It's
nges,
okay.
coba skip Nahida,
I
bisa
have
aku
an
Skaramus.
obligation to do so. To be
Kok
perfectly
Skaramus
honest,
Wanderer.
all of this
Wanderer,
may
I
have
mean.
started because of me.
Masih loh, ya udahlah.
Recently, my master
Aduh.
wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch
Belum
of
ada yang
letters.
minta review
The
ya,
handwriting
chill
and
aja lah.
tone are both
Boleh
familiar,
baca-baca lah.
but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a
Gini
rainy
ya,
day.
pionnya.
This
Aku
has been a habit of
masih
his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his
50-50
recent
percayanya.
I
Karena aku
believe
benci aslinya. Cuman nggak apa-apa, bahas bahas aja nggak apa-apa. Cuman
I get
kalau ada
it.
yang report bahaya
Since
ke
you are
channelku,
always at
so
Gandharvaville, you were like me.
but I'm
Someone
okay
already
lah.
working at the
Channelku
academia
dihapus
to
sama Mihoyo
investigate
atau
this
sama
matter,
YouTube kayak
right?
buat lagi
I'd like
masih
to ask
dikit
you to do
juga.
that for me. If you can
Cuman
keep
kalau bisa
yourself
terbang
safe,
gitu berarti kayak
please
Venti gak sih?
withdraw immediately at the first hint of
Bisa
danger.
jadi kayak Venti.
I can do that.
Atau terbangnya kayak
But I have a
ini,
feeling it won't be that simple.
Kokomi.
The
I
academia
don't
has
know.
been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Oh ya, untung
But
maaf.
your master might
Chill
be
aja,
involved with it.
chill. Kita kecil aja.
If the higher ups really are hiding something,
Cuman
then it
kalau
will be difficult to remove
bisa
myself from the
terbang sih,
situation once the
keren gak
investigation
sih? Keren gak
starts.
sih?
If the situation becomes critical,
Oh,
I'll leave the
walaupun
academia.
offline tetap saya tidak
If
lihat,
you don't see
biarkan
me
saya
there for an
kaget.
extended period, that's your
Tapi kalau
cue.
keren gak sih bisa terbang
Alright.
tuh? Kalau bisa
We've
kayak
got a
Venti
plan.
dah, keren.
I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that
Keren
scenario
sih bisa
comes to
terbang.
pass, you must be
Bisa kayak
extra
Venti nggak?
vigilant.
Ciri-cirinya
Be wary
terbangnya
of
kayak
any
Venti
messages
apa kayak
or direct requests
tuh
from
siapa
the
ya? Kazuha.
academia.
I must say,
Atau mungkin kayak
I didn't
Kokomi.
expect a warning like this from the General
Pakai itu
Mahamatra.
aja perumpamaan.
Being
Bisa
loyal
kayak
to the
Venti,
academia
bisa
doesn't
kayak
mean
Kazuha,
blindly
apa
doing
bisa kayak
whatever the
Kokomi.
sages say. I know what I'm doing.
Bahas aja gak apa-apa, tapi
On
pakai
that
perumpamaan.
Aren't you also being quite distrustful of
Beda.
your alma mater?
Oh beda, oke.
The academia, yes, but
Tuh baru gak apa-apa,
My master is a
bahas-bahas
man of
gitu tuh gak apa-apa.
even when I was a
Jadi
student, I
gitu
was
kan
worried he'd get
tebak-tebakan.
in trouble for sticking
Misalnya
to
di
his
report
beliefs.
bisa
I
minta
suppose
balik
he's
lagi
lucky
aku.
to have lasted so long.
Oke,
But in
seru.
the end, still caught up
Kalau
to
gitu
him.
skip Nahida kemarin. Brengsek.
I see. So you end up
This may well
Capek.
be how
Biarin dah.
Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and
Sorry guys,
experiences.
bilak.
I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Lagi flu.
Okay.
Kayaknya puasa konten.
Tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go
Puasa
hunt down
konten,
this
sakitin
harbinger.
HP sendiri buat live stream.
Oh,
Ya.
by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis DI?
That way.
Oke,
Gotcha.
dikejar.
Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
Kayaknya skip. Oh, Nahida sama signaturnya. Ini nggak tahu kenapa ya. Sekarang apa? Aku lihat di grup Facebook, di streamer orang ya, yang red off rata-rata menang. Entah rednya dinaikin atau apa, I don't know. Tapi jangan percaya
According
sih,
to Tainari,
tergantung
the
hokinya
doctor is
orang sih.
leaving Sumeru soon.
Kemarin red
I want
off,
to check if the doctor
tapi
was
pitiko
actually
80.
telling the truth. He
Percaya apa
also
enggak
said
itu dah.
that he'll take care of everything
Kita
before
80 bro,
he
aduh
leaves.
ini bro.
What did he mean by that? We
Heart
need to be
pity.
extra careful. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me.
Jalan lagi
That
nih.
harbinger may have tried to cover his
Oh,
trail,
mah.
but he still left some traces. Or
Loh.
perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts.
Cino?
Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is.
Tar. Cino ketikung Jian. Tapi mudah-mudahan dapat. Bisa lah. Gak bisa ya toh. Apa?
Yep, we're headed in the right direction.
Anjir,
The
setahun ya anak
traces are
ini
still
bocah.
fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly, they're in a hurry.
Tapi
it's
Naidanya
just
pulang
as
nggak
I
ini Rip? Yes bang, memang laginya. Yep. Ntar ya. Rip. Pakai yang luar Rip. Kayak yang dalam aja lah. Dehya di mana Dehya? Loh. Masa balik lagi? Aduh, balik lagi. Capek. Masa gara-gara internet Rip? Ya ampun, beneran. Oh, bisa gitu ya? Bentar. Ntar skip nih lah. Astaga.
Ah, traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our
A mercenary. You must have some big news for me.
It's something.
Mohon maaf kalau balik lagi, internet Rip.
This place is... Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doc...
He's that strict.
Yes,
He left.
yeah, he...
Can I ask what it... Sorry to... For now?
Sino... I see.
Udah, capek.
Sino's name really...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. You don't need to tell me. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar...
Hypatia? Why would he want...
And what do you mean?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
Indeed. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask.
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asked,
Since you asked...
it's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh. I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me.
Masa
To the
belum?
point of even questioning my...
Well, you're
emang
the only one who's
emang
ever
beneran belum
made
ya?
such a request.
Pion.
I have my ways of keeping you safe
Aku nggak
during
tahu
the
karena
journey.
aku belum buka
In
sih.
addition, I will...
A patient
Ntar aku
transporting
skip
her to
ini.
Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently
Emang nggak bisa
responsible
di-up
for
ya?
the treatment, I cannot possibly sign. Your suggestion is
Masa sih
rude
nggak bisa
and
di-up?
reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much. It's not so much. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared.
Keren. Transisinya keren, tapi yang ini ngulang. Mentok 30,
I
padahal udah
see, I
siap-siap
see.
nukerin sampai
Of
kemarin.
course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but
Masih
already
mentok
quite
30.
stubborn. I must say.
Rip.
Under
Rip sih.
normal luckily there is. It's just as,
tapi
and that's
masih
also
nggak
why
di-update
people
loh.
like you can never
Update
realize
patch
that
biasa
sooner
nggak
or
kayak
later,
di Inazuma berarti.
everyone must pay the price for what
Parah.
they've learned.
Doyok parah, doyok first parah. Parah.
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter.
I can barely...
I don't think I missed any.
Sorry, we can't...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfect.
Capek.
Recently, my
Beneran
master.
sumpah liat.
Hasn't he?
Yes, my master will.
Pantes
This has
lama
been
sih
a...
Bakit. Ceritanya
I get it.
kompleks ini ya.
Since you are all...
I'd like to ask you.
I can do that. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it... If the situation becomes critical,
All right.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra
Beneran belum bisa
vigilant.
di
I
up
must
ya. Aku
say,
belum buka
Being
beneran.
loyal to... On that note,
Aku aja
The
gak tahu itu
academia,
pohonnya ada
I
di mana.
suppose, is...
I see.
This may well... Also, if... I think this...
Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Oh, by the way,
That way.
gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our...
Ntar ya pion ya. Kalau lihat gregetan tangan Anda melihat akun saya, gregetan.
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving
Nah,
Sumeru
ini ntar lagi
soon.
bisa nih.
I want to check if the doctor was... He also said, just to be...
But
We'll do it the mercy.
Follow me.
That Harbinger may have tried to cover his...
Silakan dilihat apakah tangan Anda gatal ingin explore di akun saya. 25 31 Casem 37. Dosa itu dah. 75 95 70 Surumi 33 Engka ada engka 52. Ini lumayan 74. Ya at least ini buat tabungan doang ini. 7 22 12.
Or perhaps
Tidak
he never
explore
even thought
karena
about
buat
concealing his
tabungan.
whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction.
Tapi sama beberapa di Nazuma
The
yang
traces are still
suram.
fresh, but there's no sign of his
Nazuma kataku suram
entourage.
semua.
Clearly, they're in a hurry.
Apalagi yang bos bos cac bukan bos cacing apa tuh? Bos
it's
bos
just
serigala
as I
tuh yang gede
thought.
tuh. Chestnya banyak, gak ada primonya, percuma di explore. Dedek terbang.
We can stop here. I think I know where the dock. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port.
Ke Port Ormos. Waduh. Kenapa judulnya seperti itu, bro? Iya. Yang ada hantunya itu toh. Jangan banyak chest rip di sana. Chestnya rip, semua rip. Bisa dilihat di internetku rip. Rip. Rest in peace.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Jadi pengen gebukin.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving.
Realme 6 Pro.
I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him. It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all
Aku gatel banget
smiles
pengen
now.
gebukin lo.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving
Ada bunga
Sumeru.
di sini.
Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Bisa nggak? Capek disuruh ke sana. Capek disuruh ke sini.
This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
So the doctor didn't lie about leaving Sumeru, but could it really be that simple?
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago. But now, they vanished.
Apakah
So
gelut?
this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away.
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
Asik gelut. Asik go outside. Gelut. 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 Gelut.
Paradis Di is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in...
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the... I've done my duty to inform you.
It would seem that my words have fallen. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Paradis Di now?
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Skip.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Paradis Di as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
I see everything.
This is well done.
Everyone hold hands.
Time to act.
Hurry up.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tighnari, beat him up!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
This isn't good.
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Solidify!
Ayo mau apa Nahida yuk. Ngelag.
This may hurt a little. Grow.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak
Ayo mau
around and attack from
apa
behind.
Nahida ayo.
Got it.
Kalau saranku baru mau bilang tetap Nahida, tapi bukan karena itu, karena hijau. Karena universal support. Kalau universal baterai. Walaupun baterai tapi tetap damage-nya sakit.
How is she? Oh, that's good.
Hai, Tori.
So, you think this is over?
Oscara. Siau hijau, Scaramouche hijau loh bro. Mbak tau bro.
What? The balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given
You've
me that
given
look
me
every
that
time we
every time we
meet.
meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler! What?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable.
I want to ask you.
Yes. What?
You're acting more friendly than usual, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this.
Good moodnya kayak gitu, brengsek.
What do you mean?
You can be present in physical consciousness with different knowledge capsule. Even the academic. You probably know your mention yourself. You will become the greatest. You still want to become a god.
Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine.
Ya itu.
Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having.
Arigato.
So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance.
Tuh, udah tahu dah. If that's truly what I believe, why did you keep your connection with Hypatia?
You've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my
Sekarang
glory.
juga lagi jadi samsak mingguan kok. Ya, jadi samsak mingguan.
You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon,
you'll know what
kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower?
It seems that the doctor does not wish for his
The doctor
Oh,
wants to hurt
pantas
my
mau
first
Hevesi
follower?
ya karena mungkin tahu dia ada baladir di sana. Tapi info dari mana coba?
How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the
Karena aku
doctor.
gabutnya
But I'm willing
suka
to give you a
mukul-mukul
gift.
bos.
Just like my expression of
Sambil lihat
it is an
sestabil
honor
apa
for you to be
DPS ku.
able to stand here and speak
Aku gak
with
pernah
me.
showcase one shot
As my
soalnya.
listener, you will be rewarded.
Walaupun karakterku cocok semua banyak one shot.
Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while.
Si gelut.
Where is the storm head? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dia still must be...
Jadi ingat di Inazuma. Oh kan? Kena setrum.
Oh! Have the Fatui
Iya.
retreated?
Ya emang makin keren, makanya.
What happened to you?
Karena aku kan nggak bisa buat
He's hurt.
konten.
I'm fine.
Suaraku kayak gini. Ya udah chill stream aja.
I've seen Eremites get
Lewat
struck by
HP,
lightning before.
pasang
You need to
headset
rest.
sambil dicas, taruh depan kipas angin, rebahan.
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to
Oh, iya.
shreds by the bolts of lightning.
Apakah kamu kalau nggak udah story ini belum?
Soldiers were forced to
Kalau
retreat.
belum, mohon maaf kalau ke spoiler.
Why are you sorry? Huh. It's all right. I'm sure you also never expected this to happen. Don't blame yourself. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there.
Samber sih. Samber petir. Udah sih, tapi aku tunda dulu. Aku Aranara belum loh. Aku Aranara belum loh. Nih. Bisa Anda lihat Aranaraku belum kebuka. Itu tabunganku, diam-diam aja. Wah, ada bunga. Secuil life hack. Nah, diam-diam aja secuil life hack barusan. Makanya Naida wajib digacha.
Goodness, she's fine.
Apa? Gak bisa masak. Tapi damage besar.
Take care of yourself first.
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
Hah, serius?
The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Ya, semangat-semangat aja sih.
Oh, he sat down.
Soalnya kan tabungan.
Sorry.
Aku kalau belum gak aku jadiin beban. Paling kok nggak explore pas tabungan. Ya explore lah. Jangan kalau explore duluan nanti pakai.
Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess. Anyway, this is all
Iya,
way
mainnya
beyond
chill
me.
aja.
As long as I can enjoy every day with a
Chill.
drink in my
Genshin
hand,
tuh game
tasty food in my
santai, gak
stomach, and a
dieksplor
good
pun
night's
gak kira
rest,
habis,
that's
kecuali
enough.
event.
I'll only work when I have to. I must be the
Dendrokulus,
least ambitious person
Elektrokulus
who's
gak akan
ever set foot
kemana.
in Party's DI.
Tetap diem.
say
Apalagi
that.
Aranara pasti nunggu ditemuin.
I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it.
Urusan gabut
Well,
konten
if
ya.
nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did.
Tinggal keliling aja nyari bunga, nyari woso,
Maybe the Fatui
helikul,
want to cover up some
atau
secret
nyabul
of the
di
Balladeer.
mushroom.
Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So, what could be there?
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show
Soalnya
up again,
biar ke map
would the
selanjutnya
Balladeer
nggak
zap him
gabut.
with lightning?
Iya bener.
Based on what the travelers said,
Orang-orang
I think he would.
explore jangan lupa.
Having the doctor
enggak.
gone
Explore
benefits him as
seperlunya.
well as us.
Kecuali anime
In other
sama
words,
Gyokulus
we've
wajib
successfully completed the stage of the plan. The
Nambah
doctor is
stamina
out of the
soalnya.
picture.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI.
Lupa aku matiin.
Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the
Matiin
others
dulu,
at the Grand
matiin
Bazaar.
dulu.
Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Aduh. Kenapa nih? Bentar ya, aku pause bentar. Di dosen itu. Sabar. Dari dosen ini. Bismillah, Pras, coba.
The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again.
Balas. Lumayan cepat balasnya. Kemarin lama. Oke, ternyata belum. Berarti salah lihat. I am back. Mohon maaf. Grand Bazaar. Aduh. Oh, oke. Ada WA lagi. Pada princess dulu. Alright, kalau kamu udah rempok, ntar kalau anaknya mau tak seru. Oke, siap. Kalau aku aja. Habis maghrib.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Ya, sinkronin lagi yuk. Ya, nge-lag. Sorry, handphone.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The
Meru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean... I'll hate them, you... Ugh.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize, so you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what? Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Aduh, biduan.
Hey everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
With me?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu,
Mampus, suruh siapa
are there any
ikut-ikut.
breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I've ever met. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right.
I
Caper
must
brengsek
admit that I'm
Paimon.
a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Uh-huh?
Oh, nothing.
All right, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
Yep. Good night, everyone. Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Hyman got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost out. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before...
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again?
Nggak ada lakban aku buat nutupin.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console.
You know, Hyman's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Surasthana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So,
Don't forget, today is Nyagarbha Day, arguably the most important day to the Academias to supervise the entering process. That's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes, that's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Nyagarbha Day.
everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Paimon can't think of a
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter?
I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the academia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing.
Silakan.
We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the...
Jam 4 sampai jam 5 lah.
What the heck just happened now? What did he just guess?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came...
With smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
I see everything. Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay?
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's just act natural.
What's this platform?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from and after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my... Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand, and have no intention of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Irminsul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali. What can she even do? Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
I'll hate them? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler, an array of information about her ready for your perusal.
I'll hate them? So you're still on the academia side! We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no? Your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well, I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the Academia. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've...
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person. I suppose this is also a part of your plan?
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the... However, under the current circumstances, even...
You said that I betrayed the Academia. But you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Guards!
Epictos momentos.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Ini ada yang ditukar. Nah. Perfect. Ya. Kok domain?
Don't lock us up! Let us out!
Iya, muncul semua. Muncul semua di sini.
Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
What? Why do we want to get her locked up on purpose?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to the successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk she poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important task once she's in confinement. According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
Tetap aja gacha suksesnya. Hitan, hai hitan.
No wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitham modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal. Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed? Whoa, it's Mora. Ooh, Mora. No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure.
Mora 50 aja loh. Oke.
Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please work.
Beh, akhirnya ngomong.
Hey, Nahida!
Ngomong akhirnya. Gitu dong ngomong kayak apa kayak. Ya Allah turu dek. Adek tidur.
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida!
Tetap wow sih dengar Traveler ngomong.
Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Dengar suara Traveler.
Are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just
Tinggal cari versi
think of everything
leadernya
that's
nih.
happened to me. I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarbha day stuff? Yep, so that means our next act is Nilu's performance!
Gak apa-apa dah, biar dah lihat WA aku dah.
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful, even if it's only for our...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Lo bawa Nilo, Rek. Seperti biasa. 4 duluan.
Nilu, how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh? How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our Bait People Away with Yalda Candy's plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have more than we can give out.
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Kenapa kodenya kode yang error?
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Al-Haytham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Al-Haytham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted?
Yay for Al-Haytham.
It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figure, with the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyargarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban, and so the misleading information will be disseminated amongst the guards.
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all. That's pretty clever, getting right into their heads. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone,
then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine.
Punya flashback ke Naruto. Berserk.
Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop. But outside the Academia, this is our hunting ground.
For a lioness like you, the prey won't be able to run far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert. The only advantage they might have is their numbers.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach them a good lesson today.
Indeed, the trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the key.
You gave such an important task to that child. Will he be okay?
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so let's put our faith in him. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway, I think I see them coming.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax.
Aduh,
Don't think about getting
capek.
caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath.
Kayak lihat meme brengsek.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by? I'd better go have a look. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? I should go check to see if someone's hiding over there. There seems to be nothing here. Just to be...
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry.
Ya ampun.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not see anything just now?
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble and arrest her!
Bener gak sih itu?
Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali. Who exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition, or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
Beuh. Beuh, dikeroyok. Beuh. Ya di geng.
Ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Brace yourselves!
Waduh. Oh, kukira skillnya Dehya akan ketahuan gitu kan di sini. Ya. Tidak terspill. Ya Allah.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one? Guards? Guards!
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Arrest? Who is there to... I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in our hands. What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Suris. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Could that have been a red herring? Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali has indeed escaped?
Confirm? No, I haven't. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees, if we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my own.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes.
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the same as always.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhaitham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Academia staff are forbidden to come here. No one will come to save you. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamatra?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment
in the name
of a god?
Ooh. Oh, dibong. Aduh, domain lagi.
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Yeah, but aren't you thinking about it? At least Paimon has you. When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the
Here comes your savior.
Ah, ditolongin deh ya.
Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the Academia are all taken care of. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino doing?
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands. So Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey.
Kecepatan.
So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana. Assuming nothing weird happened, we should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together last minute to save the Archon, you know? Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
BTW besar tekad kita. bye semua. Aku mau ya mandi, sholat, lanjut nanti habis sisa. See you around.